Hello, bonjour, savant. How are we today? It is Monday, May the 25th, 2026, here in downtown Sarnia, on the shores of the St. Clair River that we share with Port Huron, Michigan. I almost said Mexico. That was really weird, wasn't it? Had to shut the blind. The sun is coming in here full force, and it's blinding. Like you can't see a thing. I mean, it's beautiful, but not for a camera here. Just coming on. There's just a few things that I'm kind of hearing. Like in meditation this morning, the only thing I was hearing about was financial system. Now, we have alluded to this off and on, shall we say. And again, nothing really super duper definite. But if you're not accustomed to doing things financially different than usual, you might want to start filtering in some new ideas about how to deal with finances in your realm. Okay, that's how I'm hearing it to be expressed here. I don't know, there's something wonky going on. I have certain automatic deductions that come out of my bank account, right? Some institutions just want it that way. For whatever reason, sometimes we do that. So there's this one I have, and it's been like this for like years and years and years. For the very first time, that regular monthly deduction didn't come out. So I called the company, I called the bank. They both said it's there, it's going to come out, the money is there, there's no issue. I said, well, why hasn't it come out? It's like clockwork. Well, the bank hasn't done their part. So I asked the bank, well, why haven't you done it? Well, I don't know. I said, well, that I'd really like it to come out, because if not, you either pay for it now or you pay for it much like double or more later, right? So who needs that? So then I get this kind of vague, well, it's going to come out on Monday, which is today. It was due a week ago, so it's a week late. A week late for the bank to do this regular bank transaction that it always does. The company wasn't in the least worried about it. The bank wasn't in the least worried about it. And I'm like, this is odd. Some other weirdo things have been going on too, I've found, from a techie point of view, like this system that I have here, talking with you and the phone and all that kind of the go-to meeting, all these things that I use in my business. That's been not very reliable, shall we put it that way, lately. And on top of that, my business emails just shut down. Checked with the computer guy. No, everything's fine at our end. Like, I don't know. So, in the past week, and I'm hearing or two, so maybe it's gone on longer and I just haven't been aware of it. There have been some, and I'm hearing this, some mighty maneuvers in spirit light, in the higher spiritual dimensional realms, such that we're getting accustomed to things not running right. That's what I'm hearing. Sometimes things are going to get, messed up, and they're not going to function properly, and they want us to get used to this non-functioning realm of ideas now. So things ain't going to be perfect anymore in your system of light. So we're going to get you used to or accustomed to these glitches in your matrix. Because sometimes these glitches in your matrix, they're a good thing. Even though you don't really know or understand the real reasons as to why are these processing units not functioning, properly or correctly as they seem to be in the past. I always hear the past does not last. It's about this new system change of abundance that's coming in, that's coming through for you now. So there's this glorification that's going to come through, and we're going to teach you how to do the new system of light for you. This is for you. And we're going to teach it right. And we're going to teach it from the light. So there's this new transition that's taking place from the old system onto the new. And it's going to be corrugated in a new financial way too. So everything's going to come up abundance for you. And I'm seeing the flowers coming up. You know that song? What's that old song? Everything's coming up roses or something along. That's what I'm hearing. Something along those lines anyway. So everything's going to be flowering, blooming, coming up financially. Like it's not flowers, but it's money. There's a lot of strength behind it. There's a lot of dedication too to making it work right for you. And there's many more entities or energies abounding for you, and we're going to trust in that momentum. It's true. So feel free to exert your new authority and start to chase your dreams as they ought to be or should be, or something along those lines. Like how you deem them to be. Let's put it that way. That's a little bit better, isn't it? Because if you're in a closet form, it's not like being in a dorm. It's just going to be more chloroform. Because if you don't, in other words, if you're not coming from your higher light, your spirit light, and engaging in these new ways of being, then it's like you're chloroformed and you're living in a dorm. So I don't know, I never lived in a dormitory. I always lived away from the school. I rented a place, and usually a family's home or an elderly woman's home who wanted some money for a room and for a student, so it kind of worked out. But the concept of living in a dorm is that you're all clustered in together, and you're all kind of living and doing and acting and believing the same things, which aren't exactly, true. So there's this part where you have to get out of the dormitory. You have to rise out of the old way of being, the old way of living, the old way you pack yourself into, these little small places and little small spaces, misaligned. That's outside. Been a lot of construction with the building next door, and it starts first thing in the morning, and I think it's stopping. Anyway, I hope that makes sense. It's kind of a different picture I'm getting. It's a little, I don't know if I really understand it totally, but I'm sure it'll sink in at some point, or it'll get repeated, like it does until I do. What else was I going to say? Oh, and secondly, what I just wanted to mention was that every day, like since the last few days, I can't remember what day, there was a turnaround in the energy where I was starting to actually feel good again, because I haven't for a very long time, like for months. I haven't been feeling, I don't know how to explain it. I'm still me, still functioning day by day, but it was a very, I don't know how to call it. I don't know what words to use. It's like, I don't know. Not joy-filled. Let's put it that way. It was even hard to meditate. And I kind of been chalking it up to the move and how difficult everything's been with this move and how everything is, it's like so different than any other move I've done. It's been more difficult than any other move I've ever done. So I just thought it was that, but I don't think it's entirely that. Because every day for the last number of days, every day I'm feeling better. So I'm feeling more energetic, I'm feeling more hopeful, I'm feeling more content, like happier, a little bit happier every day. And it's not like anything super horrible has happened or super good has happened. It's just been, I've been kind of neutral for a long time. But this is something's going on. This is different and it feels really good. There's an elevation of thought here. And I think it's more people waking up and coming on board with their higher conscious awareness. But I also am seeing that or hearing the different spiritual astrologers speaking about the energies in June, that it's going to be a really good June, I think, and July. And I know even from last year, I kept hearing about June, like June 2026. Even back in 2025, I was hearing about June. And I knew it was going to be an important month. I never can tell when I get this information if it's just me personally or if it is for the collective more so. So again, I don't know. Time will tell. June's just next week. Right? It's a week today. Yeah, I had to think about that. So those are two things that I was thinking about discussing with you this evening. Is there anything else? No, but to tighten your belts. There's an aspect of self-help. We're gaining ground in the higher light, so that means we have to take a bite out of our dark of night and we have to progress more in our own higher insight. So we become more self-reliant. We become less dependent on others around us. It's almost like a surreal space or surreal attitude. I've noticed in the last 2 to 3 days that the meditations are getting back to being really deep, whereas before it was just like, I just can't get there to that frequency that I normally do. And in the last at least 2, if not 3, again, steadily every day, better and better and better, deeper and deeper meditations and states of being and awareness that I can tune into. So hence, I guess, all of this information that's coming through for us, because it's a lot more specific than I've been able to channel for you in the past. Is there anything else? No. On a sad note, I just want to share, this was my last Zumba class. Oh, whoa. I just got back from my last Zumba class. What am I going to do? My Zumba teacher quit today. Who does that to people? I mean, really. Yeah. So I'm going to be on the hunt or the lookout for other Zumba classes. I don't know. There's a new one that is starting up, but only once a month. And there are some others, but not exactly. What I wanted. But hey, you do what you must. Anyway, I just wanted to pass that on. I'm feeling good, even though this was my last Zumba class. Never had that happen before. Usually I leave or I move before the teacher does. So, yeah. Anyway, such is life. Everything's changing. I just took it today as I was driving home. that here's another thing changing. I mean, absolutely everything is changing in my life. On a higher note, I can just walk 15-20 minutes away, and there's a new line dancing class that's going on now once a week. I've gone 2 times now. Again, not Zumba. I mean, let's face it. Line dancing ain't Zumba, but it's better than nothing. So there are these other things filling in the gap until, I can manifest my perfect Zumba class. Anyway, see, you got to roll with the punches, right? And then go, when things are taken away, go and create something new that you like better. 3D, people, 3D. We got to work with what we got here. And then throw in a little bit of multi-dimensional, Zumba work in there too. Get you all fired up and excited and passionate about doing new stuff in life. I'm going to go. If you do wish to book an appointment with us, you can go to the website, www.healingourenergy.ca, and book your appointment there. Okay. I love you always. Take care of yourselves and others, and we will check in with you another day. Bye for now.